show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I tell y'all time after time that some of these rappers love attention more than they love their own freedom. And this is a perfect example as of why I say what I say. Now today we're going to be talking about your boy Sayso Walka, who put out a message in not so many ways, but if you read between the lines, you know exactly what he's trying to portray. Now, it just came out that one of the suspects in the shooting that caught an attempt on Sayso Walka, but also caught the body of Sayso P, his artist, have been found unalive in Houston. The 21-year-old suspect started going viral on social media after police linked him to the shooting, and surveillance was surfaced of him getting out of the same car they used during the shooting, revealing his face on camera. With all the technology out there, from license plate readers, facial recognition, it's almost impossible to get away with doing anything, and apparently Dandridge didn't understand. Now, I told y'all before, something don't sound right with that story. I don't care what anybody says, because the shooting transpired on March 22nd, and lo and behold, on March 31st, they said that they found this man's body in Houston unalive. Now, at first, there wasn't no real details put out there about how he was unalive, who found him, when they found him, or how he even got to Houston in the first place. But upon a little digging, we were able to find out just a tiny bit more. Now, according to Fox 26 Houston, Dandridge was found shot multiple times in Houston around 10:40 a.m. on March 27th, 2025. Which means although the news started surfacing yesterday on the 31st, they're saying he was already found 4 days prior to the news spreading. The medical examiner ruled his passing a homicide, and as of right now, that's all the information they have given. Now here's my thing, right? What was he doing in Houston, for one? But then two, who has no common sense to the point to where you know Sayso Walka is somebody in Houston, as big as he is? You know your face is all over social media. You know your face is on the news. You know that you're pretty much wanted everywhere and your face is everywhere. So why would you want to go out of all places to Houston? Unless he was lured there, like I said in the last video, for whatever reason. Now, police aren't any better, and they know exactly what they're doing, because right after news got out that the first suspect, Dandridge, was found unalive in Houston, they would then proceed to reveal the second suspect in the shooting as 22-year-old Kevin Brown, who they say is currently wanted and still on the run. He's being charged basically with the same thing the first suspect was being charged with, which was first-degree M, attempted first-degree M, employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, and theft of property between $10,000 to $60,000. He too is wanted, but unlike the first suspect, the police didn't tell us how or why they feel he's a suspect. No other pictures of any other suspects were seen, and we haven't heard of any DNA evidence or anything else. So I wonder what made them come to the conclusion that Kevin Brown is also a suspect in the shooting. On top of that, if they clearly seen that the first suspect was unalive after revealing who he was and putting his face out there, why would they expose the second suspect so soon? Now, aside from all that, Sayso Walka, despite being shot in the leg, haven't seemed bothered at all. In fact, he would do an interview right after being shot, and he actually spoke on the situation, telling the interviewer that although he's been shot, he's not looking for get back at all, and he accepts what came with him being around someone that was a target in their city.
If I wanted to, I could have 400-500 different men, good men down here from different cities and states, including mine, around here ready to do whatever by snapping my finger in retaliation to what happened to me and my little brother. But as much as it hurt my soul and it really break me down, I'm damn near getting emotional right now thinking about this. I can't retaliate because that's not righteous.
Some people believe one or two things. Sauce Walka is a changed man, and due to his belief in Islam, maybe that's why he don't care to retaliate or look for revenge. Or maybe Sauce Walka is just saying this publicly, so if something does end up happening to one of the suspects, he wouldn't be looked at as a suspect because he openly said that he's not looking for revenge. I guess like to throw the police off, if anything. Whatever the case is with that one, Sauce Walka's latest post on social media after the news dropped that one of the suspects were unalived in Houston seemed to speak a different story. In typical Sauce Walka fashion, he's brandishing money, taking pictures all over the floor, and he selected an interesting song choice to go along with the post. He used Tupac's song Hail Mary, where the opening line to the song will say, quote, "I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting cookie." And by cookie, I'm sure y'all know what I mean. But then he would caption the post as he would say, quote, "Goku, aka Splackarot, hashtag Ultra Instinct, hashtag TSF Business, hashtag Splat That." Now here's the thing, y'all. Attention is a hell of a drug that a lot of people on social media indulge in. Whether Sauce Walka really has something to do with the first suspect losing his life or not, doing something like this is only asking to be investigated. Being that he was a victim, of course police is watching him for any signs of get back, and when something actually does happen to one of the suspects, he put up a subliminal post. The only people that's confident in doing something like this are people who really didn't have anything to do with anything, or people who know they aren't going to get in trouble because it isn't what people really think it is. I say that because the first thing everyone did when they heard one of the suspects lost their life was glorify Sauce Walka and involve him as if they knew for sure he had a hand in it. But that's only because of the circumstance. Anybody could have done something to the suspect, but the fact that they hear he was unalived at a time when he was accused of shooting Sauce Walka, they automatically gonna point fingers at Sauce, and he loves it because it fits the rapper image. It's just like the time when NBA Youngboy and Dirk was beefing. During that time period, if anything happened to Dirk, they would have blamed Youngboy. And if anything happened to Youngboy, they would have blamed Dirk. That's just social media for you. But here's a different narrative. Although some believe that the suspect may have been shot and unalived due to him getting caught, it could be a deeper rabbit hole than we think. Here's what a couple social media users had to say, as one would say, quote, "He went to Houston to collect the hit money and got smoked by the guy who was supposed to pay him." Another user would say, quote, "N-word tried to collect the back end and got put in a backwood." Now the last user would say, quote, "What L Boogie say? It's an inside job. I have my man double cross him, really a triple cross, cause when he done, I'd probably off." Now don't let that go over y'all heads. I told y'all before something ain't right with that story, and I stand on that. I still don't think anybody in their right mind will go out their way to try to hide out in the same place one of their victims are actually from, knowing how big of a rapper he is down there with influence. But that's just me, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about all this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.